Doom definitely not really a good mid hero, I'd say.
Yeah.
Probably the least likely. It used to be you could play him mid back when you'd go level death.
Matrix to kind of sidestep these arrows. BGG is just not letting up. He's as annoying as I am when I play this hero. Just the best thing I can do is just throw out arrows all day. Hoping if you get that big catch and your mid lane will profit huge from it, because a kill there plus a follow-up tower would have been nice, but he's still working to work. They blink on past. Arrow's still going to catch and find its mark somehow on Vanscore, who is busy with Slark.
I don't know how that hit, but...
I mean, he just lobbed it in there, knew that the creeps were all on his side, so they're going to fly right on through, and unfortunately for Vanscore, he walks into it.
Dendy almost got the tower deny. He hit it and then went into Ghost Walk, but the Skeleton Walk, but his hit left the tower like...
Phonic caught by the tower, and a rotation in allows for an easy shackle setup, and he goes down. As if things weren't hard enough for Phonic, trying to find the farm early on. He's now 600, but hey there, King R, this is free food if you can get it. Bam! Boom! See you later. Move on through, they get wards that can hit the tower and hit the Sand King, but they can't get in there.
Oh, because he tried to get the stun, but the pathing kind of was just like...
He's in the middle of the trees. I mean, he's blocked in, so he couldn't quite get proper vision, it would seem. They're still pinging it out, and they're even putting... the second arrow catches him in the same spot, and they finish it finally now. Lawyer Brain did have to commit into that tree corner, and he's kind of locked in there for now, but there's still plenty of space from the finish here. This tier 2 tower, that's 2 tower pickoffs. They did take the mid, though Dendy did finish what he started there in the mid lane, so Navi get a little bit of something, but I still think Moscow 5, especially with that pickoff. Another deny! Snuck in there with the Bat Rider! What a player, Phonic right there. Deny.
Changes. This game, M5 are the ones completely controlling the pace of the game, taking towers left, right, and center, but it's Navi, ahead by 2 to 3k gold. Like, they've just managed to sustain this family that they're. Blow Your Brain and mid's gonna get doomed out.
There we go. Yeah, they get doomed out. Meantime, they do go for PGD on the bottom. They will manage to take him down. Meanwhile, back in mid lane, they get a hold of Havost. They press on forward, and he still doesn't have that BKB he would love from before, and they stun it on up. They know this. They move on through. It's about to be up momentarily, but he's about to go down. Burrow Strike does save him, but right clicks coming out too hard and heavy. DK gets it, and they also take down.
Bat Rider can, but it's kind of risky when you're like a little bit behind him against the tide. So I think the boss is the best hero to initiate with a blink. Blink in, doom someone, BKB, and take on 5 heroes.
There he goes. He's taking it too. They turn back with the doom. Is Dendy nearby? Still he is, but the arrow's going to catch Havost from behind. They finish off Havost. And now they put their sights on Dendy with a sentry also down. They lock him in place. Can they catch up before he gets out of the sentry range? No, they cannot. He gets out and away, luckily, but Dragon Knight gonna live on. And at the same time, you see Tidehunter getting work on the mid lane. They take down Skywrath again, plus the tier 2 tower. Blow Your Brain, try to get away. Can they at least get some sort of redemption here? They should be able to. Oh, they get it done right there, and it's a dominating streak there for Dendy as he makes... Man, look who's in the base already, though. Moscow 5 pulling out all of their true siege power with the wards and the dragon form already popped. 15 seconds for Ravage, however. Jumping in, Doom catches on Tide, who didn't have Ravage regardless, but they fire back with a big epicenter, Mystic Flare, and they do take down the Tide, but they lose their Skywrath Mage. Both presses outside the base, but it is going to be the Shadow Shaman who benefits from it. Gets
this is so important. Like this was largely why Navi were doing so poorly. If he should have got this before the BKB, or at least right after.
Arrow's going to be there. Catches Dendy of all people. Allows Slark to move in and open up. The Force is going to be there to try to pull Dendy out. The Ravage follow-up. Very nice from Moscow 5. And they just start cleaning up everything that remains. 3 quickly down a very low road.
Go for the epicenter, but at least a tier 3 going down.
Here it comes. They're already pulling back, however, so this Epi... Yep, Epi going to be to nothing. Even the Moonlight Shadow, now they don't have detection. It looks like in the front lines quite yet. They're making a move on the King R. They want that sweet bounty. Now moving in, Slark looking to clean on up and take down FNG, who's very low, ends up falling, even though pulled to the high ground. Dragon Knight will end up falling. Meanwhile, up and behind, Slark looking to make his escape, outrunning the Arcane Bolt. On the bottom, Havost is able to clean up and catch up with that Shaman, take him down. Now PGG under pressure, should fall here. The Flimsy Mirana goes down in the first fight that
Navi are using their BKB, and M5 are eventually going to have this refresher on Tide, so even if this game goes another 20-25 minutes with M5 struggling to get Raxes, eventually you get to a point where Navi have 2 Doom and Clinks both with 5-second BKB.
Oh, here we go.
This time.
Jumping on in and coming right forward. They get huge damage to take down the Dragonite. Return Ravage, however, stops the roll of Navi, and now BKB Bop Tavos looking to go toe town. And now we have DK buying back coming right towards the top tier 2 tower, but Slark will end up feeding over his Aegis life. Still going to be able to come back. They want to quickly clean up PGG's support. Meanwhile, back in behind, Shadow Shaman finishes up the Dendy Clinks right now. Tries to get away under Moonlight Shadow, but Dust is going to be there. And meanwhile, back in behind, you can also see that
huge Clinks kill. That just secured them Raptors, I think, with Clinks dead.
And no buyback. Quickly smoke up, and they're looking to go for something, but it's promptly pinged out. PGG, the captain, playing that very selfless support, making the calls from his team from the back lines here. Oh, but they're going to move right in. And the courier actually goes down, just kind of goes towards PGG, and even though they ping it out, they don't see the big game coming their way, and they just lose 2 at the drop of a hat. And now Dendy, BKB Pop pushing on forward, want to get for more. Slark, his Lincoln's going to be popped, and now he tries to desperately get up and away from the high ground. And now it's just a constant death ball surging towards him, and a few more right clicks, he'll go down, and now they turn their sights on King R, who actually pulls out the wards. That's just free gold. Oh, the rubber band is real.
Yeah, I think Refresher on Doom is crucial.
Funnick is trying to deward, but he's going to run right into an obs. They're going to see him as he comes into the obs, and quickly Slark jumps in. They could lose Funnick quickly if he doesn't get out. As the rest of the team approaches, Funnick is able to force staff away. Lincoln's going to be popped, return Burrow Strike, but right there is going to be tied. Pulls out the Ravage, but Order the BKB was popped from Havos, and he finishes what they started, taking down the Slark. Now big pressure on Tapose, doomed up. He'll lead away into his ultimate doom, where Havos will finish him off. They also get a hold of Skywrath Mage here. DK able to get it done, but will he die on the way out as his BKB does end? And now Denny looking to clean house. Another big fight that looks like could go the way of Navi. They try to hide behind the wards, but the arrow locks him. Oh, he's trying to desperately clean up the wards so they don't do too much damage, and he is able to step away, thankfully. And now those wards, they're getting a lot more.
BGG could go for the steal. The gem is on Sanic. No.
Oh, they'll see him now, but we'll see. A skirmish does break out between the 4. Stun though, Roach is getting in on the action, stunning them in their place. Epicenter on the way out, not going to catch on anyone, just the BKB, DK. Now they turn back, there's your secondary Ravage from the previous fight, able to go in and take out Havos. Roach still stands as Tapo moves in. Funnick though brings up the Dragonite to the high ground, who now has no TP or any way to get to low ground just yet. So they lose the Slark, they lose PGG. Dragonite stuck on the high ground, and now Ty goes up there and ate him.
He passes his TP. It's actually
nice grab right there. So he's going to be able to benefit from that. Pops his dragon form, but he's still stuck there. He needs to get away before Funnick has his flame break, so he can't quite leave.
He's holding it for the TP.
Yeah, he's like, try to get away, sir. I'll just flame break you out. And ultimately, Dragonite's just going to be put up on a nice pedestal for them to farm down. Oh, another big one for Navi right there. Maybe they can get a dump. BKB can be popped as they do find Denny. They scout him out with a Sentry. Big damage, but Ghost Scepter going to be popped, and Denny gets arrowed up. Slark jumps in. They do take down Dendy, and they inherit that nice dominating streak. Now making a move. Havos able to quickly finish off Shadow Shaman. Funnick as well on the retreat to get away from the rest of the squad, though. Moscow 5, they're going to go right for DK. Huge burst with the Mystic Flare and Burrow. He does get the BKB off, and Tide's there. He's going to use both Ravages to go on 2, but he also catches Dendy. They don't know it. They take down both because of those 2 Ravages down. Now they have the vision on their own side, and they're going to begin to corral Moscow 5 back into their own base.
Havos is ready mid with a Doom, but doesn't want to use it on anyone apart from the Tide, really. Actually forces upon his BKB here. Havos in some trouble.
He's ready to man up, and man, he blows up DK. That level death, even at this late in the game, can still make a huge impact. And now Tapo desperately pulls out his Ghost Scepter, not going to get anything. Dragonite's next on the list, going to get grabbed up there from Funnick, while Slark continues to make work here on Havos, but does he have enough to break through that big armor? A stun, very nice arrow right there from PGG, and that is enough to take down Havos. Now, of course, a very wealthy Havos who has plenty of gold for a buyback, but meanwhile, they also make a move on Dendy. They catch him out as well. Nice turnaround for Moscow 5. They
had the option to try force out 2 key buybacks by going for a push, but those heroes are respawning now. Did not have to buy back. They stole the Aegis. Like, that went as bad as it possibly could have. And I have no idea.
They are recklessly looking for someone to take down, and they go into FNG, and I mean, what are they doing? They're getting so bloodthirsty for something. Now they do find Skywrath Mage, but Havos moves in.
The 2 carries have buyback. That's the big problem here.
Yeah, even if they take them down once, they're going to have to battle through twice, and now they're on the risk of losing their Slark even under Moonlight Shadow. He goes down, return Ravage. This might be the last hurrah here. They're expending so much wards in both Ravages to just desperately take down what they can. Now they do get FNG, and Havos does end up falling. But he has buyback still available here. Now they turn their sights towards Fun and give us that Aegis. Oh, you son of a gun! They do get a hold of him. Gem hits the deck.
Chased way too hard. I don't think Na'Vi are going to lose here, by any means. They've got buybacks on Doom as well as Batrider. But they may lose this melee round.
They could very well. If this fight goes bad, it could get even a lot worse. Now they might consider making a move on Dendy while it looks like they're making a focus. DK also might fall here. Dendy ends up going down, immediately buys back, who still has it available, but regardless, they take down DK, who's out for 113 seconds with no buyback on his side. And now they're pressing forward. They get a hold here. King R goes Scepter, but it doesn't matter. His gem falls.
After Doom and Clinks had respawned, I guess they don't know when they have buyback, but there's a high chance those two carries have buyback. This is 40 minutes plus in the game. These heroes are going to have buyback, and they went for a 5-on-5 fight despite that, and it worked out.
They popped the Lincolns, and now Dendy just easily right-clicks him down, though he uses the cheese, but that cheese, though it may taste Gouda, it will be his last meal as he ends up being quickly taken apart, and now Slark out. 100 seconds. No buyback for him either.
Yeah. Looking for a kill in mid lane here. It's a TP in and that's PGG dead.
Yep,
so,
PGG.
What a very back and forth. This is been a game. DK has no buyback.
He's out for a minute and 30 more seconds before DK's up, and they're just going to press on in. They could be here. That AC, that Desolator.
Hero Ravages for 15 seconds.
Huge damage. Tide, who already spent both of those Ravages, hops in. This is a desperate attempt now for Moscow 5 to pull out of defense, but Tide quickly falls. King R gets caught out with a lasso. His ward is still trying to slow everyone down, but he ultimately will also fall. 2 buybacks from both of them again. On forward, only gets Funnick. Funnick gets stunned out now for both. Blocked by the tower. Arrow's not going to catch with the follow from PGG, but they are able to right-click him down.
No one is out. Buybacks. Dendy doesn't have buyback. He's still alive.
Down towards the base, and look who's pushing him from the top.
Wave to get in, and then
oh, they're going to need someone to get back here. Slark. They have TPs at the ready.
Oh god, this creep wave's in top lane. This throne's dead, I think.
He's going in. They need to go now. They need to go now. Dendy.
No, it's huge.
It
gets a pistol.
No. Oh, he gets locked in place, BKB, but no, there's enough right clicks there that they do get it again.
That was close. Dendy got a pistol. If Slark TP'd a second earlier, I think he kills Dendy fast enough to save the throne, and Dendy wouldn't have had buyback, but it was always going to be tough.
That game was a bit uncomfortable, man. I mean, it was all over the place. Moscow 5 had a dominating start. I mean, they took down a set of racks